Now, let us start with the next part of the chapter, coordination compounds. We were discussing about bonding in coordination complexes, and now we will take up next, that is crystal field theory. In a complex, the central atom of group is surrounded by various atoms or group of atoms called ligands. Now, according to this theory, ligands are either negatively charged ions or neutral molecules possessing lone pair of electrons. This theory considers anionic ligands as point charges and neutral ligands as point dipoles. And this theory says the interaction between ligands and metal ions are purely electrostatic. When ligands approach the metal ion, electrons of both repel each other. These repulsive forces destroy the degeneracy of d orbitals of metal atom or ion. Electrons of metal occupy splitted d orbitals strictly in accordance with Hund's rule. The pattern of splitting depends upon the nature of crystal field. This theory rules out the possibility of any covalent character in the complex. Now, what is the splitting and how is the splitting of d orbital take place? D orbitals lying in the direction of ligands are affected to a greater extent, while those lying in between the ligands are less affected. Due to repulsions, the orbitals lying along the axis acquire higher energy, while the other orbitals acquire less energy. That's why on approach of ligands, d orbital shifts into two sets, d2g and eg. The energy difference between these two sets is called crystal field splitting energy. Let us take crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. This is an octahedral complex. This is central atom and these are the 6 ligands. Let us assume this as x-axis, this as y-axis and this as z-axis. These are the 5d orbitals, dyz, dxz, dxy, dx square minus y square and dz square. Means the ligands are approaching either towards x-axis or towards y-axis or toward z-axis. And these orbitals of d, they are also along the axis dx square minus y square and dz square. So these orbitals will experience more repulsion, so their energy will increase, whereas the other 3 orbitals will get lowered in energy. This is the reason for splitting of d orbitals. So it is same thing is written here. 6 ligands occupy their positions at 6 vertices of a regular octahedron with metal at the center. Among the d orbitals, dx square minus y square and dz square are axial orbitals, therefore acquire high energy and are referred to as Eg orbitals, whereas the rest of the 3 are of lower energy and are called d2g. So this becomes like this. These are the 5d orbitals. In case of free metal ions, when the ligands approach the metal ion, their energy gets increased. And when the ligands make a bond, means in octahedral crystal field, it splits into T2G and Eg level. This difference in energy represented by delta O is called crystal field splitting energy. This crystal field splitting energy depends upon the field produced by the ligand and number 2, charge on the metalloids. Ligands can be arranged in the series in the order of their increasing field strength. You can see the series over here. This series is called spectrochemical series. It is an experimentally determined series based upon absorption of light by the complexes with different ligands. The order in spectrochemical series is same, no matter which metal atom or ion is present. So order will not disturb with the change in the metal ions. From the series you can see CO and Cn negative are strong field ligand because they cause large splitting of the d orbitals, whereas the halide ions, hydroxide ions, these are considered weak field ligand because they split the d orbitals to lesser extent. Let us study about the distribution of electrons now in D4, D5, D6 and D7. Here we have taken two types of complexes, high spin as well as low spin. With weak field ligand, the 5d electrons enter 5 separate d orbitals with parallel spin to create high spin. So, this high spin complexes are formed with weak field ligand. Weak field means they are not able to pair the electrons. So, the electrons are occupying separate d orbitals. You can see d4, d5. In case of d6, there is no other possibility. It will have to pair up with any one of the electron, and this is d7. Whereas if it is a strong field ligand, then pairing of electrons take place. Fourth electron, instead of going to the higher energy d orbitals, it pairs up. D5 you can see, D6 you can see. Only in case of D7, when the lower orbitals are completely filled, the electron goes in the higher d orbital. So these are all low spin complexes. This arrangement of electrons depend upon relative magnitude of crystal field splitting and pairing energy. Pairing energy is energy required to pair up the electrons. So let us again take the example of D4. If delta O is less than P, so the fourth electron will enter one of the Eg orbital, giving T2G3 Eg1, means energy required to pair up the electrons is more, so no pairing will take place. However, if splitting is more, crystal field splitting is more, then the electrons will pair up to form T2G4. Now crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complexes. In tetrahedral, ligands form the corners of a tetrahedral while metal is placed in the center. Means all the ligands approach the metal from in between the three coordinate axes. Therefore, these orbitals dx, y, xy and yz, because they are pointing towards the ligand, will have higher energy, whereas the other two orbitals will be of lower energy. So you can see here, these are the 5d orbitals in a free metal ion in case of crystal field and splitting. So 2 orbitals of lower energy Eg and 3 of higher energy T2G. Most of the tetrahedral complexes are high spin because in this case the crystal field splitting energy delta T is of lower value as compared to octahedral. So because the separation is less, that's why pairing will not take place, rather we get high spin complexes over here. Here is the comparison of octahedral and tetrahedral. In octahedral, T2G at the lower, EG at the top, whereas in tetrahedral, EG downwards and T2. Here it is not G, it is only E and it is T2. There is a difference in the splitting energy also. You can see here delta O is much larger than delta T. So in this case the electrons can pair up, but here pairing of electrons will take place only when lower E orbitals are fully occupied. The splitting delta T is almost 4 by 9th of delta O. Remember, delta T is 4 by 9 of delta O. So, thank you.